No niin, McNikezin täällä Luukku 9. Nyt aletetaan pelaamaan tällaista peliä tässä luukussa. Sherlockia. Oh yeah. Aloitetaan tosta uusi peliä. Aloitetaan tosta. Ukrainian. Tuo oli varmaan joku muistojuttu, kun tossa sota. Sherlock Holmes. Oho, me skipattiin toi juttu. No joo, ei se ollut varmaan niin tärkeä nähdä. No niin, meillä on heti ensimmäinen keissi tässä tutkittavana. Lähdetään tutkailemaan, mikä meininki. Oho. Nyt riitti. Toi musiikki tuossa taustalla. Se ei ollut hyvä.
Stop, Holmes!
Is that you, Watson?
Yes, of course it is. And you almost killed me.
Nonsense. I was aiming for the vases.
Blindfolded?
Watson, quiet, please. I'm trying to concentrate. Ah, Lestrade. What is it this time?
He can see me. Well, here it is, and it's a good one, Mr. Holmes. A gentleman by the name of Peter Carey, also known as Black Peter, has been murdered.
A sailor, most probably.
What happened here?
Oh, Mr. Holmes, how could you?
It's the only exercise I've had all week. A grateful client from Limoges sent me a vase collection this morning. I couldn't think of a better use for it.
You're out of your mind.
I missed 4 out of 10.
Given you were blindfolded, that was very good. Can I have a try?
Am I the only sane one here?
I suppose that Watson is right, Inspector. A little brain work would be preferable now. Do please tell us more about Black Peter.
Peter Carey, born in 1845 and 50 years old. An ambitious sort, he achieved much success in seal and whale hunting around Scandinavia. Retired in 1884 with a small fortune. He invested his money in a property called Woodman's Lee, near Forest Row in Sussex. It was where he lived for 6 years, and where he was found dead yesterday.
Has the investigation already begun?
Yes and no. In fact, this crime is so mysterious that I would prefer you to join me down there.
Give me half an hour to prepare, Inspector.
Take your time and join me there. I have to go through the yard first. The merry men struck again.
What have they done this time?
They robbed a powder reserve. I'll meet you at Woodman's Lee, Mr. Holmes.
I should help Mrs. Hudson here. I also have several appointments that I must keep this afternoon.
I shall go alone then.
No niin. Päästään tutkailemaan asioita. Mä nostan vähän puheääntä lujemmalle. Jää. Okei, mitäs meidän tarkoitus tehdä? Meillä on varmaan hyvä idea mennä vaihtaa vaatteet. Ettei näissä vehkeissä lähetä. Ota toi. Toi on kiva. Yeah. No niin, nyt meillä on kunnon vaatteet. Mikäs meillä on? Meillä on tuolla kaveri murhattuna.
This is where I keep my post. A map of London and the surrounding...
Lähdetään sinne sitten tutkimaan. Siellä vaan pippua poltellaan ja hyvä meininki on kärryssä. Siellä on poliisimies.
Mr. Holmes, I'm over here. Come on.
Siellä se onkin. Mennään tutkimaan. Ei niin, on toi silmä. Siellä on jotakin. Siellä on jäljet.
These footprints appear to be quite large.
Isot.
It seems that the garden was well maintained.
Mennään nyt tonne, silloin oli jotain asiaa. Juostaa sinne äkkiä. Kukas meillä täällä on?
Inspector Lestrade, when will you remove my husband's body? It's sacrilegious to leave him here like this.
As soon as we can, Mrs. Carey, I assure you. Allow me to introduce you to Mr. Sherlock Holmes. He's a detective. No doubt you've heard of him. I'll wait for you in front of the cabin, Mr. Holmes.
My condolences, Mrs. Carey.
Thank you, Mr. Holmes.
Madam, can you tell me if you saw or heard anything unusual upon the night of the murder?
At 2 o'clock in the morning, I heard a terrible scream. But I thought nothing of it then. He would scream all the time when he was drunk.
Okay.
Can you please tell me what occurred on the evening of the murder?
Well, Peter got drunk in the evening. He was in such a terrible temper. Usually whenever that happened, he'd stay all night drinking in his cabin before passing out.
Do you remember at what time you found your husband's body?
In the morning, at around 7 o'clock, I noticed the cabin door was open, but I didn't go in to take a look, for I knew my husband would not have liked it. At around 10 o'clock, I dared to glance in through the door and... oh dear.
Was your husband accustomed to receiving visitors?
Oh no, I don't think so. I mean, he didn't really have many friends. He lived quite an isolated life here, after his retirement.
Yeah.
The garden is very large and well maintained. Do you employ someone to look after it?
It is true, there is a lot of work, but my husband took care of it himself.
Okei, sit tutkitaan häntä. Ei mitään erikoista tuo. Katsotaan, onko täällä mitään. Siellä on risti tai joku sellainen. Hansikkaat. Joku kirja. Joku pönttö. Linnunpesä.
You have indeed suffered a great loss, Mrs. Carey. Nevertheless, I believe it will be less of a burden for you soon.
Yes, life with Peter was never easy, but he was still my husband.
He was different, wasn't he, when you first met him upon your return from Plymouth?
Yes, Mr. Holmes. Oh my goodness, but how do you know about that?
Toi.
You undertook a pilgrimage to the Cathedral of Santiago de Compostela when you were young. That much is evident from the rosary in your hand. The shortest route for the pilgrim from England to Spain is from Plymouth. I believe that you met Peter Carey as a young sailor there, and you married him soon afterwards.
That is indeed what happened, Mr. Holmes. How extraordinary.
Thank you, madam.
No, meikäläinen onkin ammattietsivä. Mulle ei jää mikään huomaamatta. Mitäs?
Peter Carey's body is inside the cabin. We took care not...
Okei. Ota ovi vaan
The
sitten.
door is locked.
Wait just a moment, Mr. Holmes, and I'll open it. I locked it yesterday to ensure that no one should enter the cabin and tamper with the evidence.
Ah, good thinking.
Hello, hello, hello.
What is it, Lestrade?
It seems to me that someone has tried to force it, Mr. Holmes.
Let me see.
Joku on yrittänyt mennä sinne väkisi. Jumakaata. Mitä ihmettä. Okei, ovi. Siellä
These scratches are fresh.
yritetään naarmuttaa sitä.
You're right. Someone tried to force open the door.
I swear these scratches were not here yesterday.
Now, a mysterious visitor came here last night.
Well, he's not the man for the job. This lock is not a difficult one.
Perhaps he did not have the right tool.
Ehkä. No, katsotaas. Kaikki silmät kiinni, lapset. Hyväinen joulunen tunnelma meillä täällä. Siellä on jotain.
This place is not covered with dust, like the rest of the shelf. An object was taken from here. It was larger than a book. A box or a small chest, perhaps.
Mielenkiintoista. Elikkä siellä oli joku laatikko.
The ship's logs of the Sea Unicorn for the years 1878 to 1884. Peter Carey was her captain.
Okei. Tässä tuo pöydällä.
Someone drank from this glass recently.
Tupakka.
The initials PC have been crudely burned. A sailor's work.
Okei, avataan se.
This aroma is familiar, but to recognize it, I must construct my associations in one picture.
Mitäs tästä täytyy tehdä? Eli tästä täytyy yrittää saada noin niin sillä yhteen. Jotenkin. Come on, se on niin lähellä. Se on näin paremmin. No, tupakka on lehti. Missä toiset menee? No, skipataan se vaan.
Yes.
Me
This is
oltiin
a
aika
coarse
lähellä oikein
tobacco,
kuitenkin.
quite strong and very popular among sailors.
Okei.
Rum, a sailor's drink. It
Rum.
seemed that Captain Carey was enjoying a drink before he met his death.
Jonkun kanssa se oli selvästi juonut, koska kas lasi.
The weapon fully penetrated the body. The force of the blow was immense. Peter Carey was impaled to the wall by a whaling harpoon. This man is in his 50s, yet he still looks quite strong. Peter Carey was fully dressed. He was not caught by surprise. It is possible that he knew his murderer.
Mitäs tuo?
JHN are probably the initials of the owner of this notebook. The pattern of the blood stain indicates that the notebook was not lying on the floor prior to the crime, but it was dropped into the pool of blood after the death of Peter Carey.
Mielenkiintoista. Mitäs tää on?
These abbreviations mean something, but what?
Jotain numeroita. Paljon verta. Ei siellä on veitsi.
This wooden handle is plain and solid. This blood is from the pool underneath the dead body. Peter Carey tried to defend himself with this knife, but he did not succeed.
No ei selvästikään. Kun se löytyi tosta.
The Sea Unicorn. She was the ship that Peter Carey commanded.
Mitäs täältä löytyy? Siinä on kengät. Voidaan
Peter
testata.
Carey's boots. They look to be a size 8.
Voidaan testata niitä sinne.
Old navigation instruments. Nothing interesting.
Kengän jalkoihin tai
The murder weapon was probably taken from
kengän
this
kuviin
rack.
oikeastaan. Okei. Siinä on kartta. Kato. Suomi.
Dundee. Hammerfest. It's a whaling map.
Okei.
Have you finished inspecting the crime scene?
Lähes tutkimaan vielä tarkemmin. Jäikö meillä mitään huomaamatta? Tuliko tästä tätä pöytää vielä?
The tooth of a sperm whale. Probably from one of Peter Carey's catches.
Myös tutkii sitä kengän kuvaettua. Sopiiko ne kengät siihen? Ei sovi.
These boots don't match the footprints.
Isommat kengät pitää olla. Sitten meillä luultavammin ehkä meidän kohteella. Notebook ja toi.
Someone was here yesterday. They attempted to force the door to gain entry.
Organized ambush. Okay.
Well, Mr. Holmes, what do you think?
I think that we are lucky.
And why is that?
Because of last night's attempted break-in.
Oof, you've lost me.
It is very probable that whoever came here hoped to find the door open. They tried to force it with a knife blade, but they failed. What will they do? Why, return tonight, when they will be better prepared.
Aha! So what do you propose?
We shall remain on the outside, near the window, where we stand the best chance of catching sight of our visitor. Well, gentlemen, ready your pistols. We have a long night ahead of us.
No niin. Mennään nappaamaan spirulla, eli takaa ikkunalle tai ikkunalle.
This looks like the perfect hiding place.
No niin, katsotaan tuleeko se. Kuka ikinä yritti murtautua tonne uudestaan tänne paikkaan. No niin, katsotaas. Ei näy mitään vielä.
Shh! Did you hear that?
Siellä on joku. Joku tommonen tyyppi.
There's someone there. I'm gonna collar him.
I'll be right behind you.
Police! Hold it right there!
Poliisi! Lain nimessä seis. Kato, siinä on kunnon ase kädessä. Silläkin on pyssy.
All right, my fine fellow. Who are you and what are you doing here?
You're detectives, I suppose. You imagine that I'm connected with the death of Captain Carey. I assure you I'm innocent.
Innocent? Then what are you doing in his cabin?
Shall I tell you? You came to retrieve what you had lost after killing Peter Carey, but we were here, waiting for you.
What is your name?
John Hopley Nelligan, but I didn't...
Do you deny that you came here yesterday?
No, but yes, it's just that I couldn't...
I'm tired of this. Off we go to the yard. Tomorrow, I'll see that you're put in front of the judge.
What? But you can't! I'm not... It's a terrible mistake!
Enough! You can explain all of that to the judge. You're coming with me to the yard.
But...
In light of recent events, it seems evident that your coming here was unnecessary. All the same, I'm very grateful to you, Mr. Holmes.
You are welcome, Inspector, but please don't be too hard on our young fellow. I would like to question him tomorrow morning.
Se oli joku nuori kaveri siellä. Mä kaata. Pitäis kattoo meidän juttua. Kattoo meidän Evi. Jee. Jalanjäljet. Okei. Ollaan perillä. Päästiin poliisiasemalle. Mennään tutkimaan sen pojan vaatteet, mitä siitä
These
löytyy.
are the suspect's belongings.
Leitsi.
A pocket knife. It was used to force the door of Peter Carey's cabin.
Sormus. Tässä siellä lukee.
And partner, 1883. To my friend, from R. Dawson. Dawson. I've seen this name before. Perhaps my archive holds the answer.
Okei, joku nimi.
A handkerchief with the initials J.H.N. The notebook that we found on Peter Carey's cabin floor. These abbreviations...
No, täytyy selvittää jotenkin. No jätetään tähän nyt tämä luukku. Meidän pientä etsivä meininkiä. Nähdään huomisen luukun parissa. Mikä peli se onkaan. Siellä se on, toi tyyppi. Mutta se on moikka.